and 3 and a 2 and a 1.
Welcome to Ankle Sore, and we've finally made it. We're inside the first week of round 1. Today's episode will be about predictions, previews of the upcoming round of games. It's a feature that we'll be providing each week, as well as weekly reviews, just as when the season gets started. And before we hit it off, please subscribe. We really need those numbers ticking over. 1,000, like we said last episode, is what we're after. And it really helps us, of course. So without further ado, Vito, welcome.
Andrew.
Vito, how you going?
Andrew.
All right. Excited
Ready
for
to
the
go,
round
mate.
one.
Ready to go.
Mate,
It's
like
here.
a
It's taken a long time, but it's here.
kid in a candy store.
It is.
I don't know if I'm excited or just relieved. I reckon
Yeah.
a bit relieved.
Yeah,
It's
probably
been
Yeah,
so
there's
relieved.
long.
definite relief.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
What did you always think when you were a kid going into round 1?
I just used to count down the days. Not so much now, but yeah, I used to just like, oh, come on. 20 days,
I know.
21 days, 18 days, 15 days.
Yeah, and it rolls into Easter.
Yeah, I remember that.
Always
yeah,
like
true,
that.
true,
well, the
true.
season's changed, but
Yeah, it's changed a little bit.
but
it's
yeah,
here.
it's here. Well, let's get straight into it.
I agree.
Thursday night footy, Carlton, Richmond,
Okay, well.
big game. Always
oh,
is.
right.
Last 16, they've met 16 times on a Thursday.
Yep.
And it's a 15-1
Really?
Carlton Richmond's way.
Actually, that's
Really?
Yeah, 15-1 and a little
Last
another
year was
one.
the only one Carlton
Yep.
won.
And if you go back to the 2003 elimination final, they've played 16 times all up, and Richmond's won 14-2 since the
Jeez, that's
2003.
massive.
So they've just totally owned them.
On that note, I think they win again.
Tigers.
Yes, I think so because I think apparently Presti's going to play.
He
That's what
will,
I-
Because he did have a question mark.
I said that, I saw that on the news. Cripps is the underdone. Walsh is a loss.
Massive loss, yeah.
And Cripps, is he going to be right to go? As in, you got half of Cripps, no Walsh. Prestia plays, those new inclusions in the Richmond midfield. I think they get over the line. Oh, it won't be much in it.
Yeah, I was going to say
Oh,
tied
look,
or...
I think a couple of goals. No more than a couple, 10 to 15
It's
points,
just
maybe.
typical of that
Just
sort of game.
Richmond will grind their way through. Carlton will be up there because they've got the 2 forwards that will kick goals. But
Yeah.
I think Richmond can just get them 2
Andrew?
goals, a couple of goals.
I agree. I think Richmond win. Not easily, but comfortably.
Well,
No Tarrant either.
That's okay.
oh,
I mean, it's a bit of
hang
structure
on.
because,
I
you
didn't
know,
know-
you
I
got Carlton
I didn't know
forwards.
that.
Yeah.
That opens it up for Curnow or Mackay.
Yeah, but
It does.
He wouldn't even play on those two anyway.
Nah, just saying like intercept defender.
Yeah, fair enough.
Another
I just
defender.
don't trust Carlton.
So
I've got-
look,
Too many players.
I'm the
that they
same.
rely on.
Yeah, I'm the
They
same, I
just
think.
Rely on 4 players. One's not playing. One's got a question mark. And I just can't trust Carlton. That's it.
Yeah,
I
that's what it
reckon
is. It's
Richmond.
about trust, really.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I'm thinking Richmond, Hopper, Taranto.
Oh.
Get the job done.
what's your margin? You're like
18 points.
so 3
It's
goals.
not much.
So like I said, 2.5.
Yeah,
like I
it's
said.
not much.
Yeah.
And
I'll
don't be
hon-
surprised if Carlton
No, I'll
get-
be very
gets
surprised.
in front at
I'll
times.
be surprised if they win, honestly.
Yeah, right.
Really,
right.
that much?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I think it's going to be tight. I don't think Richmond are going to run away with it, but I'll be surprised if Carlton win.
Don't forget the practice match form. I know we're going to say, it doesn't mean anything. I know you say
Oh,
that.
it means a lot.
But
means a lot.
Richmond were whacked by Melbourne last week.
Melbourne looked bloody good.
And they looked good. We'll talk about Melbourne. Whereas Carlton beat Collingwood. It was a scrappy game in the heat. But Sydney whacked them last week.
yeah,
and
I watched on.
I know it's nothing practice match form, but it's something. It's
You've
some
got to
sort
take
of a
some
gauge.
sort of gauge. I agree. But look, to me, Carlton's midfield without Walsh and Cripps didn't play last week. They look a bit lost.
Yeah, yep.
They look a bit lost and a bit vulnerable in there. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? But let's see. That's my opinion on that game anyway.
Collingwood Geelong, Friday night, MCG.
That's a
Huge
ripper.
crowd,
That's a
huge
ripper.
game.
Wasn't there one area that already sold out a while ago? or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
That's huge.
Geelong's on a 16-game winning streak.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, it's going to end.
It's
And I
gonna
think
end.
so too.
There you go. So that's 3-zip again.
Yeah.
I think Collingwood will win.
Should have been
again,
last year's grand final.
Am
Yeah,
I
it
going to
would've
harp
been,
on
yeah.
this again? It's going to take them 4 to 5 rounds, Geelong, for the Selwood loss.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now. I know you can't just watch
Yeah,
round
you've
one and go,
said that for-
where's Joel?
Yep.
Mate, he's a loss. And I think Collingwood will take advantage of that. And I just think, round one,
They're not
it's a
interested,
type of
Geelong.
game. It's a type of game.
They won,
Maybe,
their
look,
they won their grand final.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
and that's the other thing. I think they might be still.
is it not interested or is it
No, not
teams
not,
are going to
no,
pass them? Like,
no,
it's
no, I
time.
think they're not interested in round one. I think they've won their premiership.
Look, it's
It killed them to get there. It took them 4 years.
That's
the
right.
Dangerfields, all the draft picks, all those extra older players and that. I just think this is an important tool. Hawkins isn't playing.
Hawkins is out.
Jeremy Cameron
Hawkins is out.
Yeah, he's not playing.
Jeremy
Foot injury,
Cameron could
foot
be a
surgery.
late withdrawal.
Jack Henry's out. I don't know. We talk about Jack Henry's another defender.
Yeah, that's
that
okay. I just don't
Collingwood
think
bringing Mitchell. You know, Frampton
That's right.
probably won't play. They're not
McStay.
sure, but you know,
I think
McStay
Collingwood are better prepared for
Collingwood again to be.
and Bobby Hill brings a bit of speed.
He looks dangerous, bad.
Brings speed to it.
He looks
so,
dangerous. I think Collingwood 2-3 goals.
Yeah, again.
comfortably.
Yeah, again. Not comfortably.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, it'll
goals.
be a huge battle all the way through.
What do you think?
About the same. I agree with you again.
So 2-3 goals isn't a lot.
I just think Collingwood's just quicker.
Yeah.
You know,
They've probably been banking on this game for the last 2 months.
That's
do you know
right.
what I mean?
I'll be staggered if Collingwood lose. Honestly,
I won't be staggered.
I'll
Here
be
we go.
staggered.
replay that. Replay that.
Replay.
Yeah, I'll be staggered
Next
if they
week.
lose.
If they're staggered if they lose.
That's massive.
Mhm.
Okay. Wow. Interesting.
Saturday, Marvel Stadium. Battle of the two bottom 4 teams.
Yeah, I think so.
North Melbourne and West Coast.
Interesting. Oh, look, I would have said the Kangas win that game only because it's here. Zerha probably won't play. I'm assuming. I don't know. McKay's out for sure.
Yeah.
Does Darling play? Do you know what's going on?
No, well, he trained during the week on his own, they said, but Simpson wasn't giving much away as far as whether he's playing or not. Nick Nat's under a cloud. They reckon he might not
No great loss.
play. Yeah, but Goldson will just dominate. Look, so what do you think?
Oh, mate, my heart says North.
Of course.
My head doesn't know. Well,
that is a fair comment.
I'll actually go.
That is a fair comment.
Because I'm not sure. I'll go, and because it's at Marvel, I'll go North under a kick. Under a kick, like I'm talking about a kick.
But so my theory is no Mackay, no Zerha. My worry is always, as I've been saying, how's North going to score? How are they going to defend?
How did West Coast score?
Wow, that's a good question too. It's going to be a low-scoring game. I think Eagles defenders are better, like
Probably.
McGovern.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I'm just a little bit concerned that North's not going to kick a winning score.
Okay, so what do you think?
I don't think North will win.
Okay, what do you think margin?
10 points in a very ugly game, like 75-65.
Okay.
Very ugly.
It's ugly.
Both teams are going to struggle to score. It's all about defence, I think.
Okay,
for
that's
this
fair.
game.
Well, it's one not to watch then.
Don't
It's all
watch
about
it.
defence.
Don't watch
you
it.
only watch it because it's your team.
But
Just before you go on, West Coast did beat Port again, practice match form, but they've got a win on the board. They've beaten a quality side.
Yep. Well,
That's true.
I'll just give you my opinion on this.
Love it.
West Coast don't win. He won't have a job in 6 weeks.
Jeez,
Simpson.
that's 2 big calls early.
There's a short.
Look,
Yeah, there's a shot.
I'm sick of these clubs just going, yeah, we'll take time, mate.
Yeah,
There's
I know,
no time.
But when I always say that to you when you want a coach moved on,
So-
and he
so-
does move coaches on quickly, but
So does
who
he.
takes over?
not
Who's
that.
next in line
It doesn't
after
matter.
6
He's
weeks?
been there, he's won his premiership.
I know, but the decision-
He's had his tenure, right?
It's right,
So-
but the decision's huge moving
All right,
forward.
so let me ask you a question. Is this more important for North or West Coast to win?
I think both.
Huge for North.
Yeah, I don't understand why you think
Oh,
it's so big for North.
and this
new
is-
coach, everyone's
yeah.
expectation of
And
it.
and this is why if
So
North
new
win,
coach.
it's the new
So-
coach. All 9,500 of North members will be there.
Actually, we've got about 35, 38,000. It's not too
They've
bad.
haven't broken 40.
I think close to it.
That would be the reason why North wins round
do you,
one.
Do you
Like,
think
you
if
know,
North... do you
that
think
wave?
If North lose by 19 points and put in a good effort...
That's a disappointing loss for North.
Yeah, it's a bad
Melbourne.
loss.
Yeah.
That's
They
such
started
a,
from zero.
And having said that, I picked West Coast.
but that's a bad loss. I lose by
It's a
4
bad
goals,
loss.
3, 4 goals.
That's why it's crucial this week. Anyway, too much on that.
Yeah, we see it
Good opinion.
different way.
Saturday afternoon, Port Adelaide, Brisbane at Adelaide Oval. This is a twilight game. This is a beauty.
It's set up for Port Adelaide, but I can't see them winning.
Nah.
Again, this is a trust issue. Port Adelaide, Carlton, they're in the same bucket for me.
Yeah.
I don't trust
But
them.
where's the game? Sorry,
Adelaide Oval.
Can be on the moon. I don't care.
Brisbane's had really solid form in their practice matches.
Look, I can't
Port's
see.
had ordinary form.
I can't see Brisbane losing. To be honest, I agree.
No, and then you got Ashcroft comes in, Dunkley comes in, Gunston.
Yep.
The only thing that Port can test Brisbane with is like Georgiades, Marshall,
Yeah,
and Dixon up forward. No Marcus Adams.
Potentially.
How's that back line going to go? conceded.
He's pretty
you know,
solid, Marcus Adams.
That's a
He
big
doesn't get
loss.
as much credit as you
That's a
think
big loss.
as he should.
So,
I think
Rioli and Francis, Horn, Francis.
Yeah,
debuting.
I'll read that in round 1 when he does his hamstring. Yeah. I think Brisbane by 3-4 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Brisbane.
Yeah, it's not going
comfortably.
to. Yeah, they could win by
Comfortably.
5.
It could, but I'm being nice to Port, I think.
Saturday night, Melbourne, Western Bulldogs,
Blockbuster.
MCG.
It's a ripper. That is a ripping game. For me, I can't go past Melbourne. MCG crowd, round 1. They've shown some
Home
good.
ground advantage.
Yeah, they've shown some good, really good pre-season form. Dogs did all right against North, but how bad are North? I don't know. But if you look at, like I said, I've said this through our whole, the Grundy Gorn thing.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see.
Interesting.
Dogs are going to improve in their forward line now.
Yeah, they were with Jamara and Darcy,
Yeah.
no doubt.
And, I mean,
Roy
Lob.
And Roy Lobb, sorry, yeah.
Massive.
But I still think Melbourne will have enough. I think Dogs will take it up to them. I think Dogs will take
Close
it up.
game.
But I think Melbourne.
Not a toss of the dot, not a flip of the coin.
Nah, not that close. Nah.
Not
I think
for you.
I reckon it'll be like the grand final.
Wow.
whacked.
Not whacked, but they'll have a crack for
No, I think 3-4
quarters.
goals. I think 3-4 goals.
So Melbourne will just outlast them.
I think
They're
Melbourne.
primed for this year, Melbourne. Honestly.
Yeah.
They're primed. They're
Yeah.
primed to win another
Melbourne
flag.
3 or 4 goals. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about right. Now, Melbourne have been favourites in 5 of the last 6 games and lost them all.
Really?
Their last 5 of the last 6 games, they were favourites, not 5 of the last 6 games.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And they're favourites in this.
What do you think? You mean?
Okay.
What do you think?
Doesn't change my mind.
I'm not going to go against Melbourne, but I think the Dogs will have a real crack.
Okay.
They've got a capable midfield. They got the Bont. They're through there.
No, they have. Absolutely, they have.
They're hard inside. The Dogs are hard
Hey,
inside.
We're not discounting Bulldogs.
I think it'll be closer than what you
because I reckon Melbourne can win
say.
the premiership this year.
But
Yeah.
I just said 3-4 goals. I'm not saying they'll blow them out of the water.
No, it won't be a blowout.
I think
but
they'll be
I
close.
think
I
it'll be
think
tight.
Melbourne will just kick away a little bit towards the end.
Yep.
Okay.
We're on to Sunday footy.
That was quick.
Well, we did the Thursday night game, the Friday night game, the 2 Saturdays, and we're on to Sunday footy. No, there is a Saturday night
is
game.
another.
Yeah.
Gold Coast, Sydney.
Oh, that doesn't exist.
That's probably why, because it's just completely
Sydney win.
slipped me. I don't care
Let's move
about
on.
it.
Stop drinking this.
Yeah, that's probably the problem. Gone into some dry ginger,
Move on.
and it's
That's
completely
a-
nutted
that's a
my brain.
Waste of a game. A waste of
Who
time.
wins that game?
Sydney comfortably.
Sydney.
Move on.
I think so.
Firepower.
Easily.
We're not ready to talk about Gold Coast.
Nah, not interested
Not
in
in
Gold
it.
Coast.
Not in it. So now we're on to Sunday footy, 1 o'clock,
Finally.
and another game that probably just skips away.
Meanders
GWS
on.
Adelaide at Giants Stadium.
Interesting game of footy though.
I think Adelaide.
Beat them.
Yeah.
Comfortably.
Yeah,
Comfortably.
I'm not sure.
they got their act together. Adelaide
They've had 3.
That-
to win
Good.
games of footy, to go on the road. GWS
They're horrendous.
are around them,
But at home,
not even.
yeah, Canelio, Toby Green. I think they like
okay.
it. They like it. I don't know.
Emilio. You know my thoughts on him.
I think GWS just. But
Tight game.
I think they'll win GWS.
I'm tipping an upset there. Is that an upset?
Adelaide.
Yeah.
I think so.
Not really.
It
No?
is. It is.
What's
Who's
GWS?
Adelaide? I know, but who's Adelaide?
I've done a lot more than GWS.
I don't know about that.
They've won a game each in the practice match circuit.
I think GWS, like I said,
Who GWS beat?
Couple
The game
goals.
of Gold Coast, though.
They played one game. It's funny that the GWS and the Bulldogs only played one practice match. They didn't choose to play
It must be.
I
Perth.
say this: the
the
dogs look
second
fresh,
practice, and they
from
looked
it.
fresh. Didn't think about that when they ran away from North in the second half.
No,
So that's probably why.
the week before North played in the heat. Remember?
In the heat, lost. Yeah,
just
that's
saying,
right.
I'm not-
Yeah, it's a fair point.
But
It's a fair point.
they probably thought, is there a need to play 2 games against opposition? Probably not.
Adelaide beat Freo. So
No surprise.
no surprise.
Anyway,
Sunday 3:20. The only joy Hawthorn will get in this game will be celebrating their 83 premiership before the game. Because after that,
I think Essendon wins. Yeah,
I think Essendon wins. I don't.
MCG, Hawks play all right there.
They do.
If it was Marvel, I'd say Essendon comfortably.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But MCG, I think Essendon wins. But again,
I'm not sure.
couple of goals. You think Hawthorn win?
I'm not sure.
Oh, and I'm solid on Essendon.
I'm not.
I'm not solid,
Oh,
but I think they win.
based on what?
Oh, you can't pick Hawthorn at all this year. You could go through your fixture and go
So this wins
against
by
Hawthorn.
default. You reckon?
Yeah, Hawthorn are rubbish. They've hit the reset button. They've
Yeah, they have.
recruited Carl Amon and Lloyd Meek, please.
But they've had a coach for 3 years that knows in what direction he's
Yeah,
going.
I know, but-
the Essendon coach has got no idea what he's doing at the moment.
You don't reckon Brad Scott's got any idea?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Fair enough. He might have the direction where he's going, but he's got no players, mate. They're all a bunch of kids.
Well, when they've got Wiedemann, does Wiedemann come in and form three talls with Jones and Wright?
I think so.
Wiedemann play back, or does Wiedemann not play at all?
No, I think he
Brad
plays.
Scott's got a habit of playing talls, like Land of the
you
Giants.
know, yeah.
He's got to play. He's got to play.
So he'll play.
You don't recruit him and not play him, right?
So how's Hawthorn going defensively there with those
they'll
three
be okay.
talls?
They'll be okay. They've got CJ, Sicily. They'll be fine.
So
They're not world
Can they win?
beaters. Who?
Hawthorn.
I think they can.
Yeah, right.
So you're tipping Hawthorn?
I'm on the fence with this one.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm on the fence. Could go either way, but I'm not putting. Yeah, Essendon ain't winning comfortably.
2-3 goals Essendon for me.
Yeah,
Only because it's a G. If it was Marvel, more.
yeah, I agree. I've agreed with you today, but yeah, yep.
All right, fair enough.
Sunday Marvel, the Ross Lyon Cup,
The Ross
St
Lyon-
Kilda
the Ross
Fremantle.
Lyon Rabble.
I was a bit confused.
Where is it?
It's at Marvel. Last year, I wouldn't have a problem picking Freo in this, but these two teams they've lost Membry and King St Kilda, so they've got no forward
No, I think
structure.
Freo wins. If
I think
that's
Freo wins, plus Luke Jackson, O'Meara.
Yeah, better inclusion.
They've got better include.
Yeah.
They got a better setup than St Kilda.
St Kilda are a mess.
They
They're a
are.
mess.
Well,
They
you-
are.
at the
They're
end of the
playing.
day-
Do you know that they're playing Stocker and Zane Cordy this week? They're playing Stocker and Zane Cordy. Well,
I do like Stock, I must say.
Yeah, but
Stocker
he's not gonna be
probably
the
shouldn't have
difference,
been.
right?
No,
no, he's not. They got the new kid Philippou who,
he looks good,
by all
doesn't he?
reports,
Yeah,
yeah,
I've seen bits and pieces. He looks good. Then again,
Yeah.
so does a lot of those kids. But
yep. But I just think, no forward
I think
structure.
Freo-
How are they going to score for you? Sorry,
St
St
Kilda.
Kilda.
yeah, no, I can't see him winning.
No, I can't see it. I can't see it.
I actually
Rowan
think
Marshall's
I
the
actually
only
think
one.
Freo 4 or 5 goals.
4 or 5 goals.
I actually comfortably. Comfortably.
wouldn't
It's
go
Mate,
there.
possible.
Caleb Sarong, those guys in the
It's
middle,
possible.
they'll run ragged.
It's
mate. They'll
possible.
run them ragged.
Brayshaw, it's possible.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
But is Ross Lyon going to shut it down?
He can
Absolutely,
try.
he
I don't-
has to.
I don't know
He's
if
got
he's
no
able to- I
forward.
don't
Even
know.
they reckon he's changed. but
Oh, nothing will
we'll
change.
see. We'll see.
Nothing will change. Someone said to me that, you're a bit harsh on Ross Lyon, all three of us in the first episode, about Ross Lyon, coaching the way he coached back then. He's out of the game. Yes, but, he would have done all the research. He's been in
you
the
reckon?
media. And I disagreed with that.
Yeah, it's not about research.
I don't
it's
think he
about
can
I
change
think
his
it's
ways.
ability to
Can he-
coach.
Can he change his
No,
ways?
mate. You coach to your philosophy.
Is Brad Scott
of
going to coach
coaching.
Essendon the way
No,
he coached North?
I agree. No, Alistair Clarkson.
Going to coach the way he coached Hawthorn?
Yeah.
Whether they're successful or not?
Your
you don't know.
philosophy stays the same as a
But
principle in coaching.
I reckon.
And obviously, you structure around what
I
you
reckon
got
it-
too.
I
gotta
reckon
work
if you're a
your
smart
Yeah.
coach, you've got to change. You've got to. If you're a smart
There's-
coach, you've got to change.
You do.
Game's changed. If you think you're kicking 70 points and winning a game this year, you've got rocks in your head.
Well, then they'll finish last in Kilda.
Dead last.
Because I don't think Ross Lyon can change.
Oh, did
Well,
I not say that?
Yeah.
I said West Coast, but they'll be
Yeah.
around
Well, if
there.
that's the case, if you're correct, they will finish dead last
I
and they'll be going
Yeah.
nowhere. And that goes with any club that wants to play defensive football and not kick a score.
yeah.
The game's changed.
Well, that was it for our review of round one.
That went pretty quick.
Went quick.
There's a couple of ordinary games. There's a couple
There's
of
only two,
blockbusters.
yeah.
But there's two.
There's only 2 games that you just
Horrendous
think,
ones.
yeah, no. But then again, they might be interesting games once they play out. You know,
That's
what I
right.
mean?
That's
So-
right.
Could be.
But let's see. Interesting.
Our next episode will be the review of this round, and there'll be preview episode as well. Make sure to hit subscribe. We really need that 1,000, and we hope you enjoyed the episode.